Brendan Moore just asking him not to shout out when the player's at the table. And of course the local boy, referee Brendan Moore, doing his second World Final. He's been one of our top referees for quite a few years now. Proud day for him. There's the tournament pot success rate. John just ahead at 92%. And slightly ahead in the long pot department as well.
Make sure your phone is switched off, please.
And look at the highest break, 140, and the highest of the tournament, a 146 from John Higgins. We could have a few tactical battles in this final as well, Alan.
Yes, we could do that. Both these fellas are, well, practitioners of the sweet science of snooker, both of them. This is bound to be a classic encounter, there's no doubt about it.
And there's John Higgins' family, his wife Denise there, Pierce, Oliver and Claudia, and seen them up in the Champions Lounge earlier, and they are so proud of their husband and dad. And on the other balcony, that's the Williams. That's Joe there, and that's Ken, Steve Feeney on the left, and Lee Walker, still playing on the tour, has been with Mark for a good few years now. And that's not a bad start from the Welsh potting machine.
Yeah, beautiful shot. First pot of the final. First half chance to Big Willow.
Eight. Nine.
Well, he looks pretty fresh here. He must be exhausted after that semi-final. I come out of the commentary box, Alan, and legs were weak, and I enjoyed every single ball potted in that semi-final. Lasted just over 11 hours, and just couldn't pick
60.
a winner right to the very end.
Yeah, and this is this is actually the highest combined age of both finalists in the history of this great championship.
70.
A combined age of 85, beating the record of 1978 when Ray Reardon beat Perry Manns in the Crucible. The combined age of 83, back then 40 years ago.
Well, this is a terrific start from Mark. Just what you want in the opening frame, in amongst the reds.
23.
With the black available. Oh,
20.
he hasn't quite pushed through there. And this is tough. Just needed a little bit more top spin. Terrific
31.
cut on the black, and he's left himself a chance of a long red into the same pocket.
Good recovery.
32.
Just about on the blue. Will he be tempted to try and bring other reds into play? Actually, just thinking that the long history these two have got playing one another. They were actually in the practice room 15-20 minutes ago. I was in there with them. They were reminiscing about the good old days. Well, these are the halcyon days, I suppose, but it was fun times in the practice room.
That's a little bit unlucky. I don't think this red cuts back.
37.
Try to hit that red full ball. Just try and get down the table if you can't cut this in. It's a very thin one.
Mark Williams,
He's
37.
got away with it. And he just sort of apologized by putting the cue on the table as John came through to see what was left for him. Absolutely nothing. I think I mentioned earlier in the tournament about these two great players. John Higgins got to be world #1 and world champion in 6 seasons. And his opponent, Mark Williams, got to be world champion and world #1 in 7 seasons. That's quite remarkable.
Yeah, and whoever wins and picks up the World Championship trophy tomorrow evening will actually set a new record. If John Higgins was to win it, it would be the longest span between lifting this title. It would be 20 years, which would actually eclipse the great Joe Davis, who held this title from first to last, was 19 years. Mark Williams, if he was to win, obviously it would be 18 years, and that would be the longest span of a crucible champion from first to last. So John having got himself out of that little situation, a chance to perhaps put Mark under some pressure for the first time this afternoon.
And Mark will come around and have a look at a red there. He's going to play safe off. It might cut into the right corner pocket. There's a gap between 2 reds, and that's what he's looking at. And he's fixing his belt. If you remember, he had to borrow a belt last night. His own had snapped. There's the gap I mentioned. Well, he's left a red near the corner pocket, but it's not straightforward. And the white, not absolutely sure if he can miss the reds. It's all about the pot, this. Yeah, he got the pot, and he also found the gap there. Excellent shot.
I'm going to be so interested in these early stages to see how John Higgins settles in, because he said that he found something in the practice room a couple of days ago. He shortened his delivery.
6.
Just a simple thing. And I can tell you that I know that when John finds something in the practice room, he takes it with him. He carries it with him for extended periods of time, and he plays well for long periods of time. That's the thing. Actually, I remember 2 or 3 years ago, he was out in China doing a little coaching clinic, and he was teaching some school kids, and there was a stance thing that he was showing one of the kids, and he thought, maybe I should try that, and he did, and he started, his game picked up, started winning titles again. When he feels comfortable, look out.
$50.
Yeah, he missed the cannon there. He wanted to just glance off the 3 reds, bring them into play, because he was guaranteed to be on a red to the right corner, but misjudged the cannon.
$23.
Unintentional cannon on the red has put him out of position.
Yeah, he just potted it thick, didn't he? Far jaw. The white cue ball went wider.
Well, he's looking at the potting angle. This is a thin one.
John Higgins, 23.
Yeah, that was very difficult indeed from that angle.
One.
The only thing with taking the black on, if he missed it with Mark before he came to the table, was 14 in front. Mark doesn't need that red that's on the right side cushion if and when he got that far. It was a poor opening shot. You can almost
6.
pick a spot in top side of the blue. Recovery required. Yeah, very good. Played it full-blooded, and he's going to be rewarded for it.
$40. $15.
Got a nice angle on the brown if he wants to try and develop that red there. Just between blue and brown near the cushion. And he's trying to drop on it. And his touch is amazing. He keeps saying about how he just floats the ball into the pocket, and that one was
90.
judged to perfection.
We're in the first frame, and this is the 3rd time I've asked, can you please make sure that all phones are switched off? $20.
Alan mentioned that Mark won't need that difficult red. It's on the right side cushion. But this is not a gimme.
25.
This one just needs this red. He didn't try and get onto the black,
25.
he just tried to make sure of the pot. Not the best from John there. Could be a Mark Williams special to clinch this opening frame. And a nice kiss on the brown also. That last shot that Mark knocked in, these two players, John is unbelievable at that type of shot as well.
5. Mark Williams, 5.
John coming to the table, but Mark's looking good in this opening frame. 44, the difference with 35 on. Well, there's no sign of tiredness there from Mark Williams. Doesn't matter where the white finishes. John will stay in his seat this time.
8.
He's
And
already signalled to the referee.
Mark Williams.
The white potting machine, Mark Williams, gets off to a good start, and he takes the opening frame in this final.